What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Quavo. Quavo just released a new project with Takeoff because they're now a group now, and it released at midnight. But before this particular project went live, there was a excerpt from one of the songs called Messy. Now, I don't know if the song was posted before the entire project was put out, but the excerpt went viral because it mentioned how there was a woman in Quavo's life that went behind his back and smashed one of the homies. Now people are trying to scratch their head as to who could it possibly be. Of course we know who it is, idiots. It's who I've been speaking about for the longest, Saweetie. Because if you look at what Quavo said, and we're going to get into it here because they have the excerpt so y'all can see it in black and white. This is according to Yahoo. It says fans have theorized lyrics from Quavo and Takeoff's duo debut Only Built for Infinity Links are about West Coast rapper Saweetie as Honcho raps about a woman who crossed him romantically on the track Messy. Now I want y'all to take a look at this excerpt so we know exactly who he's talking about, okay? He said, I said Carisha please cause she too messy. BF my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the gang, you should have just said it. We would have blessed it. He raps on the DJ Darrell produced track according to Genius. Now the album is out, so y'all can go and listen to the song in its entirety. But people, we know exactly who Quavo was talking about. I've spoken about it. I've made videos about it. Y'all want to claim there are conspiracy theories. Now, the Migos going their separate way. Well, a portion of the Migos going their separate ways. It could be more business than anything. But y'all got to understand the mindset of Quavo. Quavo reminds me of the type of guy that doesn't let women get to him. Like, have y'all noticed, since y'all claim that Offset smashing Saweetie never happened, or anybody close to Quavo smashing Saweetie never happened, I think y'all got to understand something. Quavo has not tried to get back with Saweetie ever since they broke up. And I believe that it could have been because she smashed somebody close to him. It could be Offset, or it could have been Lil Baby. I mean, we've all seen the photo. I mean, do I need to pull the photo up again to show y'all? Because I've been speaking about this, of her literally mounting this dude who took her on this $100,000 shopping spree. And I'm talking about rapper Lil Baby. I mean, the fact that people would not believe that Saweetie is capable of this. Y'all give Saweetie props about how she's able to act just like men and treat men just like men would treat women. Y'all giving her those types of props, but y'all don't think that Offset could have smashed, that in her attempts to get revenge, that she would sleep with another man. Y'all don't want to give her credit now. Let's look at Offset. People claiming that Offset would never do this. Offset would never sleep with Saweetie. Are you sure about that? Because every time I get on social media, y'all claim that black men cheat and they disrespect women. They don't respect women. So now all of a sudden, Offset has all this respect to where he would never smash Saweetie. And again, that could have meant that him and Saweetie were already broken up by then. Maybe it was somebody close to him. I want y'all to understand that I never give Western women the benefit of the doubt in these situations. Because there's a reason why Quavo has not attempted to get back into a relationship with Saweetie. He has not even tried to get back with her because he figured out what type of female she was, and he kept his distance. He has never. Now, I've made videos about Saweetie having regrets and seemingly wanting a second chance with Quavo, but Quavo hasn't made the attempts to do that because I think he's over it. I think he's done with it because he knows what type of female she is and he wants nothing to do with it. Saweetie and Quavo stood as one of hip-hop's iciest couples before ending their relationship in March as a guest on the award-winning Carisha Please podcast, alluding alluded to on Messy, the Icy Girl explained, I think the past is just the past and I've moved on since then. Rumors of behind-the-scenes drama have clouded Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset as the Migos trio have split. As guests on the Big Facts podcast, Unc and Few explain more about their side of the breakup. I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo. You know what I'm saying? Quavo explained. Because, we just came from a loyal family. Shit that's supposed to stick together. And sometimes when shit don't work out, it ain't meant to be. Takeoff added, we don't know all the answers. You feel me? God knows we pray a lot, whatever ain't right and however you supposed to see it fit, you put it back together, or however you do it, we pray. So only time will tell. We always family now. That ain't gonna change. So, y'all can check out the album if that's what you want to do. But I just find it interesting how people are so quick to say that Saweetie would never sleep with an Offset. She would never sleep with Lil Baby. She was mounting this dude's lap. And people want to act like it never happened. They want to act like, she would never do something like that. There's a reason why Quavo has not attempted. The reason why Saweetie is talking about the past as the past is because it has to be that way. Because Quavo has made zero attempts to try to get with her. And trust me, if he was trying to get with her, we would know about it. He's pretty much let her go back to the streets. And he's like, you could go back to the streets and you can do you. Now, the element that we don't know, because trust me, that woman screwed somebody close to Quavo. And if people are still living in delusion, they can. None of these people are above this. This woman, Saweetie, was literally mounting the lap of a guy that Quavo probably was cool with at the time. And even he kind of joked it and laughed it off because he doesn't care anymore. He realized she ain't the one. All that money that he invested in her, he did repo the car. It was all for naught. She's not the one. He thought that she at the time may have been the one, but obviously he doesn't feel that way. And somebody close to him, whether it be an Offset or Lil Baby, is the person that we should be looking at. I think the time of people saying Saweetie is above this is over. It's over. All it is now is figuring out who could it have been. Do you really think that Offset is above having relations with her? Because trust me, y'all get on this app every day and you trash men and you claim that they will sleep with anything. So why would it change in this situation? Let's go on to Double XL. I said Carisha please because she's too messy. Woo please. Quavo raps on the DJ Darrell produced track. A possible reference to Saweetie's recent appearance on Young Miami's Carisha Please podcast. BF my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing, not at all. You want the gang, you should have just said it. We would have blessed it. You should have just said it. Now shit got messy. Of course, social media had a field day with the speculation that Quavo was referring to a tryst between Saweetie and Offset. The rumors about Offset and Saweetie have been going around all year, and now Quavo calling Offset unloyal and saying Saweetie effed his dog behind his back basically confirms it. That's so messy. Now, not only are you cheating on your wife again, but this time with your cousin's girlfriend, one Twitter user wrote. So the rumors about Offset and Saweetie been going around all year. Now Quavo calling Offset unloyal. All read through all that. So y'all just get the gist of that. Others assume the person Quavo was talking about is Lil Baby, who Saweetie was rumored to be with shortly after she and Quavo broke up. Quavo did cheat. Saweetie messing around with Lil Baby. The Shade Room got the receipt. It's not Offset. LOL. He's a married man. Leave him alone. Someone wrote. Come on, man. Listen, I call out women, but I have to call out, men as well. Offset has never been faithful to Cardi B. This is why Cardi B is stuck in the plastic surgeon's offices, because she has to constantly rearrange her face and body in order to appease Offset. There's a reason why they had broken up and gotten back together and broken up and gotten back together. It's because he has been sleeping with other women. So now Offset is loyal. So now Offset is a fan. Listen, I have nothing against Offset at all. Nothing. I have absolutely nothing against Offset, but don't try to make it seem like this guy is above these things and he would never do anything like this. I think people need to cool it on the cap, because that's a whole lot of cap, man. Like, seriously. It says, not everyone was sold on the song being a true revelation. This person said the reality of that Saweetie's situation was most likely Quavo being spiteful and capitalizing on a social media rumor because he don't F with Saweetie or Offset anymore and is creating traction for that song. It's probably like when the baby, when he admitted that he smashed Meg Thee Stallion on a song, right? And I haven't seen it, but I mean, did Meg Thee Stallion refute that? Did she refute that at all? It's because it's true. I don't think these guys are holding back anymore. It could be for promo, but why not? I mean, these women use men for promo for decades. I mean, how many songs have been written about men, whole albums written about certain men, women go on interviews trashing? I mean, it happens a lot. Now you're starting to see male rappers do it. I ain't got no problem with it. You know, again, if she did him dirty, I mean, maybe he don't want to keep it to himself. Maybe he's seeing what's going on social media. He's seeing all the people out here trying to cape, the people out here trying to run defense. And he's like, no, that shit true. And there's a reason why he mentioned Carisha. Saweetie and Quavo dated for 3 years before calling it quits last March. During her appearance on Carisha Please podcast last month, Saweetie skirted directly, answering if infidelity is what ended their relationship. You know, I think the past is just the past. You know, I've moved on since then, Saweetie said. I think we had a lot of like growing pains together. The status of Migos have seemed to be in limbo since May, when Offset unfollowed Quavo and Takeoff on Instagram, and Quavo and Takeoff began performing as a duo. Offset has also announced his own solo project, which is dropping in November. During a new episode of the Big Facts podcast with Big Bank and DJ Scream, Quavo and Takeoff addressed the status of the group. I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo. I'd have read through some of that. Listen, man, I have no problem with them doing their, because again, you know how families, right? They always have two family members or three that are more connected and they're more on the same level with each other than others. You got certain family members that may feel more loyalty and love with one of their family members over the other. And that could be what it is. Maybe Quavo had, like he says, he has more loyalty and love from Takeoff because he doesn't have to deal with Takeoff, crossing him in any type of way. But with Offset, that's not the same. There's a reason why they're distancing themselves from each other. Groups can break up and still be cool with each other and still work with each other. But when you break up with somebody, you're doing whole albums, that person ain't even included. There's a rift there. But again, Quavo never gets in his feelings over women. And that's how a lot of you men need to be. A lot of you men need to stop getting in your feelings over women. Because I see it way too often with men who are older than Quavo. You older than Quavo and you get in your feelings over a woman way too much. These women ain't worth it. And Quavo was saying, listen, just let them go to the streets. It don't matter if she's screwing your best friend, your brother, your cousin. It don't matter. I don't care. Do you? And that's what it seems like the road that Quavo is taking. So let me say in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.